the off stump, wide outside the off stump. Jermaine Otto tried to play a very big, huge shot outside the off stump. Never really achieved that. Just get some bat in the ball, and the ball came right back to the bowler Pittman. No damage done. And Jermaine Otto remains on strike. Pittman turns away from us here at this Curtly Ambuzen. Bowling to Jermaine Otto, batting for New Winchops. Big shot outside the off stump again, misses. Ball goes through to the wicket keeper. This is a time you really do not want to use any use of the balls in dot balls. You want to be scoring as much as possible off these balls. That one was pretty wide outside the off stump, and Jermaine Otto made no contact whatsoever. Really do not want to be assisting the bowling team with those dot balls. That was an easy thing to just come on the front foot and just play it away out in the offside. Could easily gotten a single for that. Nevertheless, it was a dot ball. The score 16 without loss after the third over, and we have a change of bowling from the far end. Warner comes on. I believe that would be Ethan Warner, and he will be bowling from the Sir Andy Roberts end. We'll wait and see what he's going to bowl. It appears that he'll be bowling spin. Whether he's going to turn the ball or not, we'll wait and see. Ethan, first ball, did not deliver. Made an attempt that like if he was going to bowl the ball, but never delivered the ball. Ethan Warner from the Sir Andy Robertson. Bowl this time. Jermaine Fowler. Oh my. He's bowled him. Played all over that ball and was bowled. Very first ball from Ethan Warner, and he picked up a wicket. The wicket of Jamal Fernandez was bowled all over the place by Ethan Warner. That brings New Winchops to 16 for 1 in the fourth over. I make it out to be. It's 3.1 overs would have been bowled, and Jamal Fernandez, that was the person. He was clean bowled by Ethan Warner. I will just introduce El Supremo commentator, Mr. Roberts.
Good evening to everyone. And the T10 splash put on by the Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association continues. And it continues to be a very wonderful tournament. We've seen some people come out of the woodwork, and some people have been enjoying the tournament. Not so much for others. Tonight we have two teams who have had contrasting fortunes. New Winchops winning their first game easily. And here is this delivery. Again, Otto is looking to, as a matter of fact, it's Moore that's looking to force it away. Hits it straight back to the bowler, no run. Here is he hitting this one in the air over mid-wicket, 6 runs. That's what they brought him in to do, to try and push the score on. And he got a short of a length delivery from Warner. Didn't try to play it in any conventional way, just smashed it over mid-wicket and picked up 6 runs. The score has raced on to 22 for 1. Warner will continue. And again, he's hitting this one hard, but gets it out to the long on region just for a single. So you can see the role that Moore has come out to play. He's not coming there to prod around, to push around. He's coming to really launch the scoring for the Winchops. Jumping down the track and driving is Otto. Gets a single out to the long on region again. What we've seen in this tournament that has been good, Kuma, is that we've seen good running between the wicket. And we've also seen some good fielding. The teams have all looked sharp in the field. I was particularly impressed with Combined Schools in the field, and also Rising Sun. They looked good as well in the field, and You think the difference is going to be the team that keeps down the extras in this tournament and feels well? That might be the team that comes out on top. 25-1 at the end of over number 4.
Yeah, you can tell that the teams are really taking it serious. On my way up to the grounds, I saw Cumberland School down at factory practicing.
I just actually passed them there, wrapping it up.
Yes, so everybody taking this thing very serious, and you're right in what you're saying. The feeling has been good, and I think that I hope that we will see the batting improving, because for me, I just feel in 10 overs losing anyway like 5 to 6 wickets. I'm not too
8 and 9 wickets is unacceptable.
Very much unacceptable. If 4 batters can bat 10 overs, we have a problem.
Certainly. Here we watch as the start of a new over is this Pittman? Yes, Pittman. Young, upcoming fast bowler. And Bethesda decide that they're going to bowl him out tonight. His first over cost us 2 runs. So he had a very good first over. Maybe that's the reason why the captain decided, you know what, he's already started very good. Let's finish him and see if we can use him to keep down the runs this early on. Here is he in and swinging and a swing and a miss from the batsman in Moore. Moore just standing there, looking to stand and deliver, and not really keeping his eye on the ball, not making contact. And again, another dot ball. 25-1 is the total. Jermaine Otto and Siobhan Moore both on 8. So Pittman for the Bethesda team. And Bethesda would be glad to see the back of Jamal Fernandez, the former player, now turning out for New Winthrops. Pittman is in, and Moore is driving all along the ground out to the long on region. A left-handed throw comes back to wicketkeeper Benta, and the batsmen were able to cross for a single. So, early days yet in the night. We expect a few more spectators to come in. Who's playing next, Kuma, after this one?
I will tell you in a minute.
Pickett's and Bolands, our very efficient scorer, says very quickly. We're happy to have her here. She assists us very well. Here is this delivery. Otto trying to hit this one over mid-wicket region. They're going to come back for a second, and they're going to get it easily. In the end, he almost had overthrow, as it was a wayward throw coming from the fielder on that deep mid-wicket boundary. The batsmen were able to scramble back for 2 runs. 28, the total goes up 2-1 in over number 5. 2 deliveries to go. So Pittman, after having 2 runs scored off of his first over, 3 runs so far from this one. Tall, slim, fast bowler with a nice smooth run up, good pace. That one beating the batsman outside the off stump for pace. Touchdown and went past the bat of Otto, who was just looking to launch it over somewhere. And no run. If you have nothing to do this evening, trust me, you want to come up to Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. 5 EC to park on the inside. The ABFA, they'll be nice to you and not charging you yet.
ABCA.
The ABCA. What did I say?
ABFA.
Oh my goodness. Batao, good evening to you. Here is swing and a miss from Jermaine Otto to another quick delivery from Pittman to end the over. He has a good spell to start tonight for the Bethesda team. His 2 overs costing him just 5 runs. Didn't get a wicket, but they would be happy with that. At the end of over number 5, halfway there, the Winthrop Lions, they are 28-1.
Yeah, if I'm Pittman, I would be very happy with that, notwithstanding I didn't get a wicket. I think, however, that Moore, the first 2 balls that he faced from Pittman, he was just flashing outside the off stump, and this is one of the things I'm saying. If you're flashing and your head is still and you miss the ball, I'm okay with that. But once you head all over the place, it's just not going to happen. And then Jermaine Otto tried to get after him and also created 2 dot balls. So that over a while ago had 4 dot balls. 4
dot balls. You're correct. Here is coming around the wicket is the bowler in Warner. The ball is driven out to the long on region. They're rushing back for the second run. Diving into his crease was Jermaine Otto, hustling back. The bowler, the non-strikers, and didn't take the ball cleanly though, and the batsmen were able to get back for the second run. So New Wintrops will have to get a move on if they're going to post a total. We've seen small totals giving teams trouble in this tournament so far. This one is hit away out into the long off region for a single. So that brings Otto on strike. That was Siobhan Moore who was hitting that one, got himself his 12th run. Otto is on 10, is on strike. Facing up to Isan Warner. Warner is in. And this delivery is hit hard out to the wide long off region and a misfield. It went straight to the fielder who just had a few paces to make, and you would expect better. He made a hash of it, and the ball going into the boundary, 4 runs.
Yes, as we were saying the old time days, in our days, he made a meal of that.
Yep, certainly made a meal of that one. Should have done better. And if I was the captain out there, I'd be giving him the cross eye. Here is this delivery. Otto is swinging at it and hitting it off the inner portion of the bat. It rolls out to forward of square there where there is a fielder on the boundary. The fielder coming off the boundary and having a strong throw back. At least they get another run. So good over so far this for the New Wintrops team. They're on to 36 for 1. And swing and a miss once more.
Yeah, I think Moore just need to get himself in a very good position. If you're swinging, your head has to be still and just hit the ball where you want to hit the ball. You can't just want to just be swinging wildly, It's not looking good.
Moore faces up now as Warner starts and then stops. Warner with just 1 delivery to go. 17 runs coming from his bowling so far. And this delivery is off the top edge, and the fielder down at that short third man. Is that Iwoods?
Iwoods Martin.
Trying to make a catch of it.
Very good effort.
Very good effort on his part. And he would be beating up himself there. Iwoods sets high standard. He would think that he should have gotten there. Iwoods, no, you did not. You did well. But the end of the over has come up. 37 it is for 1 after 6 overs.
Yes, the quality of fielder that Iwoods, has known to be over the years. He marks himself very, very hard. I'm sure that he would have felt at the moment that he should have caught that ball. But, it was a very good attempt. I think he did very, very well to get there. As you say, man of very high standard when it comes to fielding. These guys don't make joke when it comes to fielding, But New Wintrops, 37 for 1 with 4 overs to go. They have a good platform that if they start hitting the ball, hitting the boundaries, can very well get up to 85, still can get up to 85, 90, but somebody will have, one of these 2 batters who hits the ball well, will have to steady until the end of the innings.
A runner ball from here gets them to 61, and then if they have a couple of boundaries in between, you could see that total that Kuma just mentioned there. This delivery is struck away over the mid-wicket region, hard and high, 6 runs. Short delivery to start his spell from the new bowler, who is Nathaniel, and he was smashed away over mid-wicket with disdain from Siobhan Moore, and 6 more to him. He's on to 19, and the total on to 43 for 1.
Yeah, when you have those little rat pace, you cannot be bowling that short, especially these guys trying to hit the ball as far as possible. You have to be able to look to pitch up the ball just a little bit more. You really don't want to pitch it too far up to give them that opportunity to get on there to hit it, but you want to hit that good line. If they get a single or they get 2, satisfied with that.
Here is a better delivery outside the line of the off stump. This time the batsman was looking to repeat the shot. The ball going down to the third man region, and they're looking to come back for a second run. That was poor cricket on the part of the Bethesda team. The throw coming from the fielder down at third man, covering the wicket keeper, no one backing up, and the batsmen were able to steal a second run. So 2 runs to Moore, 2 byes, 2 byes to the New Wintrops Lions team. They're 45 for 1. Nathaniel is in, and this delivery is struck hard by Moore, just standing up, and then wanting the second run is Otto, and getting it, he just shoot his bat and turned quickly and came back for that second run. 2 runs to him, 2 more to the total. I want you to put on your coach's hat, Kuma, and watch the approach of Nathaniel. He tends to just almost amble in, and then all of his energy comes when he gets into that delivery stride. You could tell us how he can be more efficient. Here is this delivery coming off the edge. Another single down to third man. 1 more to the total. It goes up to 48. 48 for 1. I have to put on my little eyes to make sure I see the scoreboard. I'm not as young as I was before. And Kuma, you're going to tell me, well, Denmo, you're young compared to me. Outside the line of the off stump, backing away and was looking to give himself room. Ball going into the gloves of Benta, and there is no run.
I think Otto just need to stay still. You really do not want to assist the bowling team creating no dot balls. Let them bowl the dot ball.
Nathaniel with that slow approach and then just burst into life just as soon as he approaches the crease. This delivery gets a single down to the long on region, and 1 more to end the over. At the end of it, 49 for 1 is New Winthrop Lions after 7 overs. Otto is on 16, 22 is more. They have started to build a little partnership, 33 runs so far, this partnership for the New Winthrop Lions.
Right, and you will not want to have Nathaniel in a practice session doing a lot of sprint. And from the onset, you ask him to hit it 1 time. Take off with some speed. What he's doing right now, as you say, he's been ambling up, and he's really all the strength coming from his shoulders. From this distance, he really doesn't seem like he has strong shoulders, but it seems like he's generating some pace from that. So you would want to see him, with some more rhythm,
Certainly. I'll take your word for it. You went to coaching school, not me. This delivery is struck away by the batsman Otto over the long on region, 6 runs.
I would not be buying this thing about you not going to coaching school. I remember we went when we did a level 1. You passed in flying colors from the academic side of things. Everybody knew that Denmore came up with a mark of, I think it was 85 or something like that. Something like that. When the
but they knew that was just academic. You knew that was academic.
We were struggling to score 80.
You know that was academic school, man. Here we watch as this delivery is struck away. Another 6 by Jermaine Otto. He's beginning to go on fire here. 2 sixes in a row, and he's taken a liking to Mason's bowling, and Mason has been struck for 2 sixes, 12 off his first 2 deliveries, and the total on to 61 for 1.
Right, and when they were 37, you used to buy I won a ball, they would have gotten to 61. And I said I believe that the score could be about 80, 85, but somebody will have to be hitting, and one of those 2 batters will have to be out there at the end of the 10 over.
Mason struck away in the air and over the top of the long on boundary, 6 more.
It's a hat trick of 6s. Am I right?
Yes, you're correct. 3 6s in a row from Jermaine Otto. The score has gone on to 67 for 1. And Mason must be wondering, who is that guy up there that's taking a liking to my bowling?
Mason is a young guy. I recognize the name. I think I know his parents also. I think his father is deceased, and his mom is also from Bethesda. But I think Jermaine really liking this bowling, and let's see what happened with this ball.
Let's see. Mason is in and swing and a miss, as Jermaine Otto was looking to repeat the feat that he did 3 in a row, and Mason would feel a lot better about that one, but he was brave because he didn't. Normally you would see bowlers looking to probably hide it or something of that sort, bowl it shorter, but he went right back at Jermaine Otto, straight back at the bat. Otto had a swing and a miss this time. Mason is in, and Otto is looking to force this one away. Ball comes off the inner portion of the bat, probably into the pads, and fell away on the onside field. Mason was quickly across to cover it, and there is no run.
I think if Jermaine was to be playing these balls at merit, he would have been hitting those balls through the offside, but he's You know, it's in this mood that he's hitting over cow corner and mid-wicket, and he's in that groove.
Here is he facing up to this delivery, and he's driving in the air out on the offside, and the catch is taken. Well done. Iwoods Martin going back and judging the catch smartly, took the catch, fall into the ground, but the catch is held. Jermaine Otto has to go after hitting Mason for 3 sixes in the over. Mason gets the final say. Otto goes for 34, and New Winthrop Lions, they are 67 for 2.
And a very good wicket to be had, and more so when you would have been struck out of the grounds with 3 sixes to come back and pick up that wicket. You know, you would have felt that you would have done something well. The reality is that you would have already gone for 3 boundaries, but you would have gotten rid of the hard-hitting Jermaine Otto, and a new batsman must come in to start. Now that will put a little pressure on Siobhan Moore, because he's already 22. He will now feel that he has to take the responsibility to keep hitting the ball. 2 more overs to be bowled. The score is now 67, and if they play well, they still can get up to about 85. And if they push hard, they may be able to get 90, but they will have to work very hard to get that.
Nino Henry is the new batsman, and I saw Nino in the first game bowling. He looked good. Looked like he has been working on his craft. He looked a lot sharper and a lot steadier than we've seen him before. So that was good to see Nino Henry. Now he's going to come in and hopefully want to attack Iwoods Martin from the start. Martin, though, will have another idea, just trying to make sure that his field placements are where he wants them. He has 3 men out on the offside, on the onside. Martin is in to bowl to Henry, and Henry's beaten by a good delivery outside the line of the offside. The bails were removed. Kumo, where were those? Where were the lighted bails?
Oh, okay, we are going to make some effort to have them. We need to
go down to Cool and Smooth and steal the ones that they have down there. I'm not proposing that we steal, but I'm just saying that I think they had some. Another good delivery by Iwoods Martin. How has the feedback been to the streaming?
Very, very good. I mean, if you go at YouTube, I think at one point in time we had 13 plus. Where's the techie? They told me at one time was 13 plus those watching. So
we want to encourage the folks to continue to watch and support the ABCA, support cricket here in Antigua and Barbuda. We have the Super 50 coming up. Is it February?
February.
In February. And by then, we hope to have Brother COVID under control so that we can really enjoy that tournament. Any which way, we are going to be following all the protocols. Here is this delivery. Struck away out for another run. So that's the second run of this over. 69 for 2. So you guys are set for the Super 50. Well, what are some of the things that you would have to do between now and then? This delivery struck away, and this would have been in trouble had that been a direct hit. Missing the stumps, though, was Benter, and the batsmen were able to scoot home for a single 70 for 2.
Yes, this tournament has been giving us quite a good practice in terms of the sanitization and things like that.
Iwoods Martin is in, and a delivery that he struck out to mid-wicket, but his field is well set. He has put the men out on the boundary. He has a man at deep mid-wicket and then a man at cow corner and a deep long on. 3 men there, and a good over under the context by Iwoods Martin. The over only cost him, 6 runs? So at the end of over number 9...
Over cost him 4 runs. When he came out,
yes,
it was
4 runs,
67.
correction, 4 runs. Yeah. His 2 overs cost him 6 runs.
Right.
And 71 for 2 at the end of over number 9.
Yeah, so we, CWI will be meeting with the government and the medical persons there, along with the CWI medical team, to make sure that all the protocols are very much in place, because, you know, it will be 6 teams that coming into the nation, and so we have to create all this, choose the hotel and who will
create
have
the
to
bubble
stay,
and
the bubble and so forth, and
right.
The buses who are carrying the team, and there's a lot of things that we're going to have to do. I think we're having a very good run here to show that people can come out and watch the matches safely.
Here we watch as the final over begins. The first delivery struck away out to the long on region for a single. So 72, the score goes on to 72 for 2. The folks at the gate here, they've been doing a good job. When I get there, my temperature and my hand is sprayed almost at the same time. Sometimes I think they're so quick that they're taking my temperature and sanitizing me down. Sometimes I feel as if they think I'm bringing something. Here is this delivery struck away out into the offside field. But I like when you see efficiency. But this is not good. Again, a poor throw, giving away a run. The batsmen were of the presence of mind to notice that it was a poor throw, covering the wicketkeeper, coming out to the man who would have been at short third man, and the batsmen were able to steal a second run. So it's 74 for 2 in over number 10, 4 deliveries to go. And
I think that the presence of mind of the New Winchester batters has shown tonight. Every opportunity that they get to steal a run because a blunder of the Bethesda Eagle fielders, they capitalize on it.
Certainly, 80 seems to be about the pass score in this tournament so far. In the final over, this delivery is struck away out into the onside field. Wanting the second run was the batsman in Moore, but sends Henry back, and they're able to settle for 176 for 2 with 2 deliveries to go. So
Nathaniel
maybe
doing a very good job here. There's no boundaries at the moment.
here is Nathaniel in, and this delivery, you've put the commentator's curse on him. That one was angled down the leg side, just helped on his way down to the long leg boundary for 4 runs.
I don't know why those things usually happen. Just giving him credit that there's no boundary, he was doing well, and as soon as I would have said that, there comes the 4 and down the long leg area.
So 80 it is for 2 with just 1 delivery to come. And this delivery is struck hard. They're going to run. They come for 1. They're going to have to come back for the second run. And the fielder not taking it cleanly. And the batsmen were able to come back for 2. So at the end of the innings, the total has ended
82.
On 82 for 2. 82 for 2. Is that enough for the New Wintrop Lions against a team like Bethesda with the likes of Devon Thomas, etc. in the lineup?
I would want to believe that if New Wintrops come out and bowl to their strength, it's going to be a challenge. That is my personal opinion. On the other hand, if someone like Devon Thomas gets going, Bethesda can win this game with an over to spare. But New Wintrops have a reasonable good bowling. The depth of Bethesda, what Bethesda would not want, that you do not want to be dependent on Devon Thomas alone. Somebody must come out and be able to exchange the strike as much as possible, pick up the 1s, pick up the 2s. Boundaries are going to come. Boundaries must come. In this game, boundaries will come. You do not want to go trying to create boundaries. You want when the boundary balls are bowled, you want to capitalize on those. You do not want to go assisting, and then when you catch yourself, you're giving away your wicket, because every time a new batter come in, he has to start. So if Bethesda get a good start, one of those batters has to stay in, and they have to look to do what New Wintrop was doing one point at a time. Exchange the strike as much as possible. Put New Wintrops under a lot of pressure in the field. You want to pressure them. Keep pressuring them, and if they break and they make the blunder and you get the momentum, you hold on to the momentum, you can win the game. It's going to be a good game.
So we're going to take a short break, 5 minutes or so, refresh ourselves, and we'll be back for the reply of Bethesda Golden Eagles to the New Wintrop Lions score of 82 for 2. Bertel ball. So we're going to resume. Nino Henry will start for the New Winthrop Lions. Quickly off the mark is the Bethesda team, and we'll tell you who is batting for Bethesda. Looks to be as if it's going to be Benta and Barron, Adrian Barron and Darren Benta, the two batters for Bethesda. Henry is in and Barron is hitting this one off. They're just standing up, not moving his feet, just using the bat speed, and he's going to get 2 over the top of the mid-off region. 2 more to him, 2 more to the Bethesda team. 3 without loss in the first over. Just 2 deliveries gone so far. And it's a quick turnaround in these matches. So remember, they need 83 for victory. You know, Henry is in, and this one is steered away down to a third-man region. They get another single. Barron just rocking back and steering this one deliberately down to the third-man region for a run.
Yes, a good start by New Winthrops. Once you don't have any boundary hit out of your first over, quite a bit. A few more balls to go. I think he has already bowled 4 balls or 2 balls to go. The score disappear off the scoreboard. I reckon the score is about
4 without loss.
4 without loss.
A Yorker length delivery. Good delivery this by Nino Henry, keeping the batsman honest. No run. Somebody indicating to me that Earl are going to make 100 tonight. Earl is very angry because it alleged that you said nobody in Bowlands can play cricket. I had to agree with you, though. That's what the person is saying.
Who they talking to?
To me.
Oh. So who is going to make 100 tonight?
Earl Waldron.
Who?
And if they say Earl Waldron is going to make 100, he's making my point. Another delivery that is played away for a single. 5 without loss of 5 deliveries so far in the response of CUB Bethesda Golden Eagles. So, Nino Henry would want to just avoid the boundary, and that would be considered a good start by the New Winthrops team. His delivery is cut away down to backward point for 4.
You would have cursed Nino.
Yes, I just did, because we were just talking about keeping down the boundary. Then he bowled a short, wide delivery that asked to be hit. Barron backed away and smashed it for backward point for 4.
Yeah, that's as you say, the commentator's curse. But interesting to know that somebody saying that Earl Waldron will make 100 tonight. Boland's playing tonight.
Yes.
And Earl Waldron will make 100 tonight. Well, I'm not sure who is sending you that text, but I kind of believe that they're dreaming while typing.
I would want to agree with you, Kuma.
Nothing against Earl Waldron at all.
Nothing at all against Earl Waldron.
I think Earl Waldron is a good man. He has been around from the 10 overs side since 1997-98, and he's still playing now in 2020. So Earl is a good man, but I'm not sure that I can agree that he'll make 100.
Following West Indies versus New Zealand, they have moved on to 311 for 6, 311 for 6. Nichols is still there on 126, and I believe Nichols is a cat. Has the most lives I've ever seen somebody get in cricket.
Well, you can't blame Nichols.
You don't blame him. He took it. You dropped me 5 times, I make 100.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
And some of them were real sitters. I think last evening Bravo must have had nightmares when he reflected on those balls that came straight in and straight out at slip. If I was the captain, he would be feeling on the boundary today. Here we watch as the second over is being bowled in this reply, and the batsman is swinging and throwing his bat away as he was really looking to launch at that one. The bat slipping from Adrian Barron. In our days of playing cricket, you know, we were so bad-minded. You catch the bat,
he's out. Catch the bat. I was just about to mention that. Catch the bat and he's gone.
Yep. 10 without loss is the total. We're in over number 2. What we've seen good so far is that there was 5 extras only when Bethesda bowled, and so far no interrupts. They've been clean. Barron is backing away and forcing this one out to the mid-off region. Can't score. What I've noticed with Barron in this tournament so far, what you don't want to do, you don't want to give him width. And you don't want to necessarily come too far. If you bowl it short of a length, if you bowl length to him, he doesn't score.
Right, well, I kind of agree with him. Don't come up in my half. I think that's how cricket's supposed to be played. Then more. Do not come up in my half. My half is my property, and I should deal with it once you come up in my half.
Moore is in, and he's looking to bang this one away through mid-wicket. Just gets a single as the 4th delivery of Moore's over.
As you mentioned just a while ago, Denmo, I think it's important. I believe that rule, the wide and no ball rule, is assisting the players to understand you have to bowl as straight as possible. As soon as you bowl wide, it's 4 runs.
Yep.
You bowl a no ball, it's 4 runs.
So
you're not bowling no extra ball.
It's pressuring you to really be tidy and to master your craft. This delivery swung away over backward of square, and it's dropped. And the ball ends up over the boundary line. The fielder was running for all he was worth to come around, got both hands to it, fell to the floor, the ball dropped out of his grasp, and the batsman was able to get a boundary.
Yeah, you'd want to hold on to those catches, and as they say, old adage, catches win matches. You never know, that might come to hurt you. You see what's happening in New Zealand.
It says Marcus Francis with the number 8 on his back, dropping that one. This delivery is played off the outer edge down to a third man. They sprint through for the single. One more to the total. It's on by 1 to 16. 16 it is without loss at the end of over number 2. They require a rate of 8.38 and they're scoring at a rate of 8.
Yes, they're very much on par. If you look at this Duckworth sheet, even though this Duckworth doesn't come into play before the 4th over, they are now without loss after 2 overs, and they're at 16. So they're very much there because they haven't lost a wicket. And this Duckworth is saying that they could have been at 14. So they're well ahead of things. Have not lost a wicket. The wicket fall, then we'll see what happens. But they're good.
Good start it is for Bethesda. Golden Eagles. Fernandez, who got some wickets in the first match, his first delivery struck away by Benta just for a single out to cow corner, as we would call it, straightish mid-wicket. The fielder there with a soft lob throw back just to make sure that he protects the ball, that he doesn't throw it away. One more to the total, 17 without loss. Benta and Barron. Barron is also a pretty decent footballer when he plays. I remember him playing for Seaview Farm, even in the Premier Division, with that left foot of his, and he bats left-handed, so he seemed to be a left-sided player. In general, he gets a single down to third man, the 18th run of the innings so far. Let me say good evening to those folks who walk with their devices and listen to us. And Kuma, I have to be so careful because everything that I say on the air, people hold it against me.
Well,
this one is steered away down to a third man position. And even my good friends, last week I used Paco's charger to put some juice in my phone, and he reminded me that I'm from Liberta.
And then, well, these days, people will talk, and obviously, people will also take things personal. But at the end of the day, you have to call it as you see it. You're sitting in the commentary chair.
Yep.
And you have to call a spade a spade.
I do call a spade a spade. Here is Fernandez in, and this delivery struck hard, but it's going to go straight to the fielder at that straightish mid-wicket position, just a run. Still good tight ball in this by Fernandez.
Yeah,
so far. The 3 runs of 4 deliveries so far in his spell.
Yeah, I think the new Winthrop bowling is still bowling pretty well. 2 or 3 boundary balls, but at the end of the day, even the drop catch, that really should not have been a boundary, but that's how life goes. I still believe this is going to shape up to be a very, very good match coming down the wire.
Alzari Joseph has 17 overs, 2 maidens, 65 runs, 1 wicket in that test match over there in New Zealand. This delivery is down the leg side and glanced away, and it should go into the fine leg boundary, and it goes now for 4.
Alzari should have had 2 wickets there, but they did not go to the referral last evening, and it was clear that that the batsman were out. But these things do happen. It didn't go up for the review. Sorry.
Which one was that? The LBW?
No, it was a caught. Was a caught, yeah.
Caught. It would have been an edge. There was one when they were thinking about a review that I was wondering what was Jason Holder seeing. This delivery is in the air, out into the backward square region. Is the catch taken? Yes, it is. So the fielder judging it well in the end because he was back and forth, starting and stopping, then got on it, took it low, catch was taken, and that's the end of the batsman for Bethesda. That's Darren Benter, who goes for 13, and it's now 23 for 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's Darren Benter that's out. I think it's Barron. To be honest with you, then more that fielder really surprised me because the way in which I see it, he was waving and going forward and coming backward. I swear that he was going to drop that catch, but he held on to it very low down and very well taken by the young man.
Yes, well taken in the end. Almost making a hash of it. Didn't look confident as he was approaching it, but was able to hold on in the end. And so, new batsman coming in. Let me just tell you, in the first match, the first innings, New Wintrop's innings, Jermaine Otto got 34 off 24 deliveries. Jamal Fernandez, 8 off 7. Shavon Moore was left not out on 26 off 19. And Nino Henry got 9 off 8 deliveries. New Wintrops getting to 82 for 2, 82 for 2. The bowling for the Bethesda team, Anthony Martin, 2 overs for 6 runs. Tariq Mason, 2 overs for 28 runs. He had 1 wicket. Another left-hander has come in and joined.
That's Eason Warner. It seems to be Eason Warner.
Yes,
Take the opportunity to say good night to Ed Lewis up there in my Florida, and umpire Myron James. I believe you're listening also.
Former referee and colleague Myron James. I remember him giving me a red card one time over in Liberta. At that time, I thought he was the thiefest thing since refereeing.
You thought he was the thiefest thing refereeing.
Yes.
Until when you start refereeing, you realize that people will say that you're a thief.
That people will say that. And I apologize to him. 24 for 1. The total.
Then more you're killing me, boy.
On to 24 for 1.
Then more you're killing me, man.
And yes, Jack, it was justified. Here is this delivery struck away for another run out to deep cover. They're coming back for the second. It's just a fumble. And they were back in a flash. Isan Warner and Benter, two very quick individuals between the wicket. And just a fumble from the fielder coming in off that deep boundary position. And the batsmen were able to rush back for 2. Uzeb is the bowler. He is. And this delivery is cut away, and the batsman would be disappointed with himself. A short delivery that really should have paced the field. Hit it straight to the fielder. Didn't time it well.
No, and you know, this kind of delivery you want to just either delay just a little more.
Outside the line of the off stump again. Good delivery this time into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. It goes. And there is no run. Uzeb it is. And this delivery is in the air, out to deep backward square, and the fielder claims the catch. So the batsman has to go. It was Benter who was looking to launch this one over the backward square region. The ball didn't time it well. Looked more like a top edge, and the ball carried all the way out to the fielder, who took a smart catch in the end. Almost misjudged it, but then held on to it right at the end. And Benter has to go. CUB Bethesda are now 26 for 2.
Yeah, very good catch by the young man on the backward square boundary. That lets in Devon Booby Thomas, the way in which that walk, I know that walk, that's a signature walk of Devon Booby Thomas. It would have been good to have Devon Thomas and Benter in the wicket at the same time, but knowing the quality of player Booby Thomas is, if he takes control of this game, Bethesda can see a victory here tonight. Easton Warner is also not any slouch. He's a very good young player coming through, and he also knows and understands the game quite a bit. He's played a lot of cricket up and down Antigua. This is one of the young guys. If you call them out in the night, they play wind ball, they play tape ball, they play all kind of cricket. So he understands a bit about the game, and Devon Thomas is on strike.
Looks as if it's going to be Fernandez who's going to be bowling to Thomas. Thomas drops it into the offside field. He comes through for the run. Isan Warner reacting very quickly and getting down there in a flash. 3-4 stride. 3-4 strides, and he was in his crease. So the score has gone on by 1 to 27 for 2. 27 for 2, both batsmen on 1. So left-handed Isan Warner and the right-handed Devon Thomas. Tariq Mason, as I said, had 2 overs for 28 runs with 1 wicket. This delivery is down the leg side and helped away out to backward of square for 4. Yeah. Poor delivery by Fernandez. Angled down the leg side, asked to be hit, and Warner obliged and hit it hard over the backward square region and picked up a boundary.
Yes, you really don't want to be bowling those boundary balls at this present moment. You want to keep the momentum with new wind chops. The moment you turn the momentum over to the batting team, that can be cause for trouble.
Fernandez will try once more. And Warner is working this one into the mid-wicket region. Sprints down for the first, wanted the second, but the fielder was equal to the task, coming in quickly off that boundary position and limiting the batsman to just a run. So 3 deliveries gone in over number 5. 32 for 2. Warner is on 6. Thomas is on 1. Fernandez is in to Devon Thomas, and Thomas is trying to force this one through the offside. Missed it completely into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. It goes, and there is no run. Roland Francis is the name of the wicket keeper. This is Fernandez in once more. And Thomas is driving crisply out to the long off region. Fielder coming inside the 30-yard circle to field. And Thomas was able to walk through for a single. 33 for 2. With one delivery to go in over number 5. I think at the end of 5, the Wintroops were about 36 or so. We'll confirm with our scorer. Here is this delivery driven out into the offside field for another single to end over number 5. At the end of it, Bethesda Golden Eagles, CUB Bethesda Golden Eagles, they are 33 for 2 with Devon Thomas on 2 and Easton Warner on 6.
Yes, Easton Warner is shaping up very, very nicely here. Playing some very good, decent shot. And looking very competent. And with Devon Booby Thomas in the middle, seems like if these two can build a partnership, we can see a very competitive game here tonight. 33 for 2 at the halfway point. Again, good evening to Ed Lewis up in the North America, and Myron James and everyone else who are listening. We just want to thank you for watching the stream, and share the links. On Facebook is ABCA Cricket, and at YouTube is Cricket Antigua. We'll have Jack Matthew coming in to join you. Thank you.
So we're at the halfway stage of the reply. 50 exactly needed, or 30 deliveries. So still anybody's game, you would think. And with Devon Booby Thomas at the crease, we know what he can do. This delivery driven by Isan Warner out to the mid-off region for a single. It's one more to the total. Goes up by 1 to 34. Francis is the bowler who's bowling for the Wintroops team. If the scoreboard is correct, it's Marcus Francis outside the line of the offside, called wide. So Thomas, noticing that it was wide and just left it alone, didn't even try to play, just watch it as it went into the gloves of the wicketkeeper, took the 4 runs that comes with a wide delivery, and so the score has gone on by 4 to 39 for 2. Thomas is hitting this one crisply out to the deep cover where the fielder is patrolling that extra cover boundary, and the batsmen are able to come through for a run. So Jack Matthew has come alongside me, 40 for 2, needing 83 for victory, which means they need another 43 runs to get from 27 deliveries. This delivery struck away in the air, and the batsman crossed for 1. Warner wanted a second, but it was not on. So brings up the 41st run of the Bethesda Golden Eagles reply.
And their favourites, I would think. The fact that Devon Thomas, all his experience, Isan Warner is a very level-headed player, and they're quick runners between the wickets, and they've been going quite well. I think Bethesda favourites at this point.
Another delivery outside the line of the off stump, called wide again. Devon Thomas just watching that line that the umpires use for judgment, and seeing that the ball was outside of the line and left it alone, and 4 more runs into the books. In this tournament, wides and no balls are counted as 4, 45 for 2. Francis is bowling to Thomas and knocking that one down. Thomas was driving hard, looking to hit it hard back past the bowler. The bowler was able to knock it down, and the batsman did not score. The end of the over has come up. At the end of over number 6, the total has gone on to 45 for 2. They need 38 to come from the final 4 overs or the final 24 deliveries.
And they should be able to get that in limited overs cricket. That asking is certainly not beyond the batting side. because of the inventive strokes that we see these days, the quick running between the wickets, and also the 4 off a no ball factor or 4 off a wide factor. And because we have 2 different styles out in the middle in terms of the batting, one a left-hander and one a right-hander, the bowler is always under pressure and it upsets the line of the bowler. And so we may see a few more wides before the innings reaches its conclusion.
Certainly, as we look to continue, we see the bowler with the number 40 on his back coming in and looking to play a reverse sweep is Isan Warner. The ball just falling away into the onside field. He says Uzeb. He said Ian Uzeb, who was switched ends. His first over came from the southern end. He's now completing his spell from the northern end. Had 4 runs off his first over and he got a wicket. Here is he coming in, and this ball is wide outside the leg stump. Thomas had a swing at it and probably just touched it as it fell. So no signal from the umpire. Thought if he had left that one alone, would have gotten a wide.
Ian Youssef, very, very economical normally in local cricket.
Thomas is working this one again out into the onside field and gets just a run. Devon Thomas has not really gotten off in this tournament so far. He's been very sedate, trying to bat sensibly, not getting carried away. And so far, it has not really gotten him a lot of runs, but we know that he can turn it on at any time. Here is his delivery. There was a chance for a run out. The ball was misfield, and the fielder just knocking the ball down, but the ball just ran away from him slightly, and the batsmen were able to steal that single to bring up the 48th run of the Bethesda Golden Eagles reply. 48 for 2, with 2 deliveries to go in the 7th over. Uzeb is in to Devon Thomas, who is hitting this one high over straightish mid-wicket, 6 runs.
Handsome stroke by Devon Thomas, and really showing his class, because Ian Youssef had not considered a boundary before that, and in fact was very, very economical. But Devon Thomas just had that little bit of width, and he took advantage and hit it sweetly. It's a sweet time of the ball, and it sailed over long on for 6.
He's on to 10, and here is he looking to hit this one again over